Good morning, everyone. Hi, Derek. And I need to mute that. There we go. All right. Hi, Julie. Good morning, Boo. Good morning, Jennifer. Maury. How's everyone doing this morning? I've still got to get my paints and everything set up. Good morning, Destiny. Good morning, Lizanne. Yeah, Lizanne, that's me, Madre. All right, so we're gonna do blue. 1, 2, 5. We got some blue. Oh my goodness, Julie. Better you than me. Do some yellow. And we may do some white. Kit Kit, out. Or just go up under my bed and don't listen to a word I said. That'll work too. If you don't like animals that don't mind, don't get cats. Because they are notoriously rude. Maury, you like my I haven't showered today and I'm still wearing yesterday's clothes look? Thank you. Red. Pink. We're going to do just a little bit of pink. And then some black. Totally makes me think of the song Paint It Black. I love that song. Oh, and let me post the link. Sorry, you guys. All right. So if you want to join the Hangout this morning, that is the link for the Hangout. Feel free, even if you just want to join to just talk, you don't have to paint. Now I'm going to add 27 drops of this acrylic medium. I'm joking. I'm only going to add probably 1 or 2. Oh, this stuff is really liquidy. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3. Do an extra one. Do one. Here we go. Okay. Hi, Derek.
Hey, what's up, Casey? How you doing?
Good morning, Sanwana. Oh, sorry. I have the easel off to the side. It's ugly right now because I've only done the base coats. And I need to mix my paints. I want to start, I almost said cooking with oil. Lord have mercy. I want to start painting with oils.
Very tedious and very messy.
So I've heard.
You're going to get about 12, 13 brushes for each color you need.
Mm-hmm. Hi, Tracy.
Hi. Just trying to, I forgot to pop the chat out, so I have to go back and pop the chat out.
Pop, locking, and dropping. Okay. All right. Mix up this red. And good morning, Daddy. Destiny. I think I've already said hey to you, but I'll say hey to you again. You know, I do want to say something. And if anybody takes this the wrong way, then you can message me about it. But this is the Porch Church Network, right? And on this channel, we're going to do what I feel like God leads me to do. Like today, we're doing art. Tomorrow, we're going to be doing Bible study because I'm going to be gone Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. But for anyone who thinks that it's okay to undermine anything that I do on my channels, I'm going to let you know that I'm not going to tolerate that. I'm not going to call out any names. But what I do on my channel is between me and God. And if you don't like that, you really don't have to be here.
Hello? Hey.
So I just wanted to put that out
40.
there that
I'm on.
I
got
do
the
need y'all
internet up and I'm.
because y'all are the reason why I do this. If it wasn't for y'all, then I
No, but
wouldn't
I will as soon as I'm
be
off of
doing
this.
it.
I will as
On
soon as I'm
YouTube,
off
I would
of
be
this.
doing it just myself and Mom.
Okay.
But I don't appreciate anyone telling me or not telling me because it wasn't told to me. It was told about me. Trying to dictate what I can and cannot do on my own channel. I don't go to your channels and tell you what to do, just like I don't expect to be told what to do on my jewelry channel. So, just putting it out there. And also, I'm not going to tolerate anyone bullying anybody at church. That is the primary reason why I created the Porch Church Network, was to get away from bullying and stalking and anything else that makes you feel uncomfortable in church. So I'm not going to tolerate it on this channel. And if you are not here to learn and grow in God or learn about God, then you ain't got no reason being here. Good morning, Kimmy.
Amen, Casey. Amen. Casey, when you start, if you want to, I have copyright free gospel music I can play if you want later on.
Oh yeah, anytime.
Am I unmuted now?
Yeah.
Yes.
Thank you for doing that, Derek. I didn't know how to do it. And it
Yeah.
was my husband calling on his lunch, and I didn't know how to do that. I'm like, I'm on the internet, right? You got to go away.
We got you covered, Tracy.
Thank you.
Hey, Rebecca. And Rebecca, I need to make you a moderator so you can freely speak. Here we go. All right, and I did post the link, you guys, for anyone who hey, Porterhouse. For anyone who wants to join the Hangout, you are free to join. I posted the link up there a little bit up. So if you want to find it and join, definitely do so. A little bit up. Oh, we got some music going. Okay. Good morning, Misha. Good morning, Lynn. I don't know if I said good morning to you or not.
Not Misha. I think she just came in.
Good morning, San Juana, Bougie Bear, Jennifer, Misha, Lynn B, and Kimmy. I love you, Kimmy.
Love you, Kimmy. I'm glad you're here with us, hon. God, please jump in. I need to see your beautiful face this morning.
And April, if you want to join while you're doing invoices, I mean, that is an art in itself. Hey, Eva. I feel like I should be doing like an ASMR video of me just tapping my brush on glass.
There you go.
I like it. I like it. I like it a lot.
Yeah, if anybody is interested in the music that I'm playing, you could type in copyright-free gospel music, and you can listen to it. It's amazing music. It's by J Beats, and it's great to listen to. It soothes the mind.
That's what I have to do for my jewelry videos.
Yeah.
When I add music to it, I'll go and I'll look up copyright-free Oriental trap music. You know,
Right.
like the
Oh, you like Oriental trap music?
Yes.
Nice.
Love it.
Misha, this is what I'm making. I have been told by 1,000 people in my life in the last few days that I need grief counseling, and I remembered that I had this book on my bookshelf, Chicken Soup for the Grieving Soul. So I'm making myself whole by reading this book.
We used to have the Chicken Soup for the Teenage Soul, Tracy.
Uh-huh.
I love those devotionals.
I do too, and I'm like working on finding some affordable grief counseling because I desperately need it. But I was sitting here thinking I remember buying these books for my aunt and my mom when my grandparents passed away, and apparently one of them gave me a copy back because it was on my bookshelf, and I happened to see it last night, and I was like, maybe I need to sit down and read that book again.
The one I like, I have Chicken Soup for the Country Soul. I love that one. Love that one.
Do they
Okay,
have
you
a
guys,
Chicken Soup for the Yankee Soul?
Probably, you never know.
Okay, I'm here, you guys.
Hey, Mom. The chicken soup series of books are like Christian living for dummies. It's like one of
Right.
those the like they have Excel for dummies, stuff like that. I love those books. It's like Cliff Notes.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
I want to find
You
I want to
guys,
find
am I there?
huh?
Am I there? It's showing I'm not.
You are there. You're
You're
here.
here.
Okay.
Otherwise we wouldn't be able to talk to you.
The devil's in the machine, you guys. I mean, really. That's what we call it. When things don't want to act right.
Oh.
But I want to find some more of those chicken soup books. They probably got some at Ollie's.
Yeah, and we have to go there.
Yes, we do have an Ollie's up here. Only one, but we have one.
I don't know what Ollie's is.
It's a bargain store.
Yeah.
Okay, you guys, I am going to get my list because I'll be doing a God jar. And is Liz Ann in with us yet?
She is.
All right, Liz Ann. A God jar is just jewelry. Yeah, I just use repurposed jewelry, and I decorate a jar, and I send it to people, and it's for you to put either your prayers in, because I have an actual prayer box. It's put your I also call them praise jars. You can put your praises, and good things that happen. And it doesn't have to just be for prayers that needs or something. But a praise jar, think about how much is built up in a year. If every good thing God blessed you with, you put a piece of paper in that jar. And I repurpose all kinds of jars, but mostly I repurpose Starbucks jars. So I've already got a top painted the other day, and I'm going in there to get my list. And Liz Ann, if you want one, and at some time I can write your name down, kind of get let me get your likes. Aw, I'm glad it does, Misha. Is Kimmy in here? Because look, Kimmy needs to come on, because you guys, I'm feeling all kind of feels, and I need some sunshine.
Yeah, Kimmy was in the chat.
And Rebecca, specifically, I would like a chicken soup for the teenage soul again, because I do want to start doing more work with teens.
Mm-hmm.
I think you would be an amazing, amazing role model for teens, Casey.
Yes, definitely.
Okay, I'll come in here to say it. We are going afterward. I sent a friend of the family of my ex-sister-in-law. Well, she's wife number 4. So she's the one that sent me the update, and I said, well, would it be all right if me and my son went to the hospital? And it took a while, and she answered. I said, because I would understand if, I would completely understand because I have been 34 years, removed from the family. And you are more than welcome to take your care of us. I told my husband we're making a trip to I know she won't know I'm there, but I told him, I said, her daughters are on my other Facebook. They have been for years. I just want to go. I just got to be me.
And you don't know that she's not gonna know that you're there.
No.
So there's no brain activity.
But so you guys, I'm going to make a God jar. And Tracy, you're going to have to, you help me today. You help me to keep my emotions in check.
Dear Kimmy asked if you would turn the music down just a smidge so she can hear when you guys are talking.
How's that? That should be better. Okay. I forgot how good my sound system is.
Yeah.
And you guys, I guess I need to say God bless my mess because that's what I'm working with.
There you go. Derek, Kimmy did say it better.
Thank you, Kimmy. I would love to use this picture on this on the screen for a screenshot, Casey. You would love it.
What'd you say?
Can you see it?
Oh, that's pretty.
What is that? It looks like four-wheelers and forest.
No, it's a football player kneeling, praying before a game, and just with the music in the background with little clouds of dust and pixie dust, pretty much. But he's praying to the Lord that he has a good game.
That reminds me of that. What was that? Oh my gosh! Because you talking about that gave me chill bumps. We watched it, oddly enough, in psychology class, but it was the movie. I think it was the Titans.
Oh, remember the Titans?
Yes.
About the football team.
Yeah. Because remember the Titans or We Are Marshall? Remember the Titans was about the segregation of teams that came together in the 60s, but We Are Marshall is about the football team that they all got killed in the plane crash, and they had to go through.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Would somebody repost that link for Kimmy?
Yeah, I'll do it. I've already got it copied. There we go.
My head's just not on straight.
And Darlene, if you come to this video and see this, I'm not sure if you're in here now, but this is yours. And I had a specific idea, and it turned out looking like the Google Chrome logo. So I have another idea, and I'm just going to start painting willy-nilly. So it should be fun.
Well, what do you think I do with the God jars? They're made willy-nilly. I don't know. you know, when I start out, you know, what it's going to be like.
Here's my princess. Here she is.
Hi, Derek.
Hi,
How you
Kimmy.
feeling?
I'm all right. I'm a little better. Man, yesterday was rough, dude. It was like just a few kick in the guts, and
That's why I sent you what I sent you last night. Hopefully you
I
read
know,
it.
and I love you, Derek, so much. You really are an awesome guy. Darlene and I were actually talking about you, about how wonderful you are and all the layers that you have. We appreciate you, Derek, so much.
You ain't supposed to tell them I say good stuff.
No, Darlene was talking smack, and she said, Derek this, and Derek that, and Derek that. That's what she said.
Derek, I'm sure that they just called you an onion.
Yeah. Oh, there you go.
No, who said that, Kimmy? We said that one time. It's like somebody that's talking about, it's like they have onions. Wasn't it me and you were talking about that? You peel back these onions and there's so many layers.
It always makes me think of the movie Shrek. Actually, that's where the onion thing comes. He's like, you got all these layers of onion, or like it's amazing all the talents that you have, Derek, and not only remembering things, but you know, you doing ceramics and art and your love of music, and it's pretty awesome. You're a special guy.
Thanks. Well, you're a special. You're a special woman, and you got me. You had me really, really scared yesterday.
I wanted to quit so bad. I was so mad at the whole world, which is silly, you know, for me to be like that. And it's amazing how many people have, you know, messaged me and said so many nice things. But it's hard. Being on YouTube is hard sometimes. And it's really hard because I'm dealing with, and I'm sure I'm not the only one, there's some sort of
negativity.
Yeah, there's some pretty vindictive people, and they get real jealous, and they want to take you out. And I think it's silly because, you know, you should want to hold people's hands, and all of you kind of soar and go to the top. Like I love seeing all my friends succeed, or even not. Like I still, even if I don't like a person, I'll bless and release. You know, I still bless them and wish them well, but I just don't have more time for that. And yesterday was hard. It was, but I'm much better today. I was gonna do a little adult coloring. See if you guys will help me pick one out to color because they're cute. So this one says, "Be happy,"
and it's got the palm trees and everything. So now you're thinking of Bob on what's his name? The guy that's saying it. Bob, don't worry, be happy.
Don't worry, be happy now.
Bobby McFerrin.
Don't worry, be happy.
Here's the start of mine.
This one's cool. I like the little city kind of background.
To listen to what they say. I like that.
And then here, let's see. There's focus on the positive.
There you go.
They're all good,
right? Let's celebrate something day.
And that's a perfect one for Todd.
Right.
So here's what I'm working on. So if everybody sees it.
Oh, that's cool. It's very geometric. I like it. It's like stained glass, kind of.
All right, let me see again.
Okay, can you see it?
Oh yeah.
It's what I'm thinking it's going to be. It's the puzzle of life and how you have to how all the pieces have to fit to live.
Nice.
That's great.
That is so sweet, Derek. You just are a really great guy.
He is.
I was talking to my husband about you guys yesterday because of my big meltdown, and I said, you don't understand. These people are a lot like me. I mean, I don't necessarily do any reselling, but neither does Darlene at this point. But we're all basically isolated from other adults during the day.
Yeah.
And it's just nice to, even if everybody's doing their own thing, to have a situation like this where we can chit chat in a positive atmosphere where you just don't feel so lonely. You don't have to feel so lonely.
Yeah, exactly. I want to tell you something, Tracy, and I'm going to do it all over YouTube. So yesterday when you were talking, you know, about all the, you know, kind of having a hard time and stuff like that, and I really thought that was really inspiring, and I think that you should share your story more often. I think a lot of people can relate to that.
I
It was
I am
beautiful.
trying
It was
to
sad, but it was
yeah.
beautiful. You could totally start making even videos off of what you are sort of going through in that, because I think a lot of people can relate to that.
Yep.
And
Yeah.
you're natural on camera. Totally
Aw,
on
thanks.
camera. You're such a
But
sweetheart. I
I
appreciate
have a radio face though.
Tracy.
I have a radio face.
You are. You're a good
No,
person.
I have honestly, Kimmy, I did, if my husband and I did a lot of talking last night about the whole thing, and I think I am gonna do a video about what I've gone through the last year with the people that I've lost that I've been really close to, and how
You should.
it's gonna make me emotional just talking about that, but how it makes me, it really has changed my life.
Mhm.
And then I found new friends through different avenues, and there are ways to come out of the funk because you can find people to talk to.
Mhm.
And also my pain doctor, they have started a YouTube channel from their practice. And so I was commenting on one of their videos last night, and I think I'm going to do a video of my story of the progression of my disease and how I got it, how long it took to get diagnosed, how I'm being treated, and all of that, that they're gonna post on their channel, but I think I'm gonna post that on my channel too, so that people can see how I got here.
Yeah, you have a story for sure to tell, and I think a lot of people can relate to it. And I also think a lot of people are afraid to talk about those things, which they you shouldn't be. You shouldn't bottle up all of that stuff and be ashamed of how you feel, because it's hard to lose them. It's hard to to go through things medical. Look, this is the one I pulled out. I just flipped to it. This is the one I'm gonna do.
There you go.
Life is too short to wait.
That's it.
Right.
You gotta do it.
Awesome.
Well, even when, God bless my best friend's husband, who took the time when he heard through family members that I had gone into a really deep depression. He took the time to call me and talk to me and kick me in the rear and say, you know what, Trace, we're not going to get over losing her.
No.
But we have to get through it.
That's it. Trace, we're here for you, sweetie.
And hello to a new face
Hi.
On the panel. Hi, Liz Ann.
I saw the invite. I thought, oh, what the heck? I was on
Yeah, come on.
Darlene's show just a minute ago, and I thought, I am an artist. So I haven't been painting lately because of life issues. But I need to get back to it. And so maybe if I can catch up with you guys on Tuesdays, maybe I can get back. I've been things have been happening that's been pointing me to getting back into it. But anyway, so now that I've found you guys, maybe I can get into it again. I'm a Christian abstract artist. I paint intuitively. As I'm painting, God speaks to my heart and gives me a scripture as to what. I don't paint to that scripture. I don't start with one. I don't start with a name or anything. I just start with, I have paint, I have a canvas, and I just start picking colors and laying it down. And as God, I feel like the Holy Spirit is guiding me. And then the next challenge is, once it's done, is finding the proper home for that painting. Who God intended that painting to go to.
That's
awesome.
So I end up with a scripture that I post under my signature on the painting.
Mm-hmm.
And then, of course, I sign the back and put the title on the back as well, and the scripture on the back as well. But anyway, I'm nobody famous or anything like that. I'm just a local girl who's I've been an artist all my life in one way or another. Always wanted to paint. Always wanted to draw. But now I'm into more abstract type things because I just don't want to get caught up in the details because I can obsess. I can obsess with the details. And
well, I'm telling you, you will never, from my point of view, and it's mostly the people that are on this panel, namely Casey, Darlene, Derek, and Kimmy, obviously, have really saved my life. I really didn't know if I wanted to, even though I'm a faithful person and I know it would be wrong to take myself out of this world for selfish reasons because I was in pain emotionally and I deal with the pain physically already. But just having them to talk to has given me a reason to get up every day, get dressed, and even when I was just listening and not saying anything, it was just so uplifting. And because they're just so genuine and so real, what you see is what you get.
Well, that's perfect. That's how I am. It's just there's no sense in having pretenses.
No.
I every time Tracy's not on, when I'm on with Darlene and she's not ready, we're yelling at her because we know she's stalking in the chat.
Yeah, because I'm stalking in my PJs without my hair combed.
Right.
Oh, well, yeah.
Get your cigarette and get your butt on the TV.
There you go. Well, I'm self-conscious because, well, I'm not skinny Benny like I once was. Told myself I'd never get like this.
Well, you know what?
But life throws you curves. Yeah. And you know, right here, there's a muffin. That's a muffin. There's some chocolate fudge from a couple of weeks ago. The ice cream. I'm not going to show you where that is, but you can get the idea. Well, I'm sitting on it. Okay, I'll just say that much.
You know, Lizanne, I look at it this way. I'm not as skinny as I once was either, but I have beaten bulimia. And
wow, awesome.
There's one meme on Facebook that tickles me every time I see it. It says, "I'm sorry that you consider me fat. I'm sorry that I spend my money on food and not meth."
Yeah, there you go.
Oh my goodness, yeah.
Yeah. We all have some kind of a habit.
Well, and it's like the size of that you are doesn't change the size of your heart, and that's all.
Absolutely not.
Here cares about, you know, is the size of your heart. It don't matter the size that you are.
Well, that's how I survive. You know, I remember that God made me special just the way I am, and
Amen.
And I'm trying to make a better me by watching what I eat, but I fail. You know, there are times when I eat things I shouldn't eat, and you know, between allergies and potential diabetes in the family, I don't have it yet, but you know, it could happen. I'm supposed to be, you know, on my toes and watching things, but I gotta say, I slip up. You know, that ice cream calls to me. You know, you go in the grocery store and you can't help but walk down an aisle, and I gotta tell you, there's something on that shelf saying, "Hey, me, take me home with you. I can't stay another night here. You gotta take me home with you. Jump in the basket," you know, so it jumps in the basket. And here I am at home. And, "Oh, yes, I brought you home. Oh, you're such a nice little friend." So you eat some of the snack, and it says, "Ha ha, gonna be a fat cell. Gonna be a fat cell."
And little Debbie is cruel. She hollers the loudest.
Yeah, you know what? My recent issue is the peanut, not the peanut, but the peanut butter M&Ms.
Oh, yes.
Oh my flippin'!
Now they have
peanut butter anything.
Now.
I'm sorry.
Now they have hazelnut peanut M&Ms.
I'm gonna have to look for them, but the peanut butter M&Ms, because they have the shell, the chocolate, and the nice soft peanut butter in the middle.
Yeah,
oh my Lord!
Oh yes, yes. I'm gonna have to watch out for that one because I know it's gonna yell loud.
Well, yeah, it's been yelling loud at me, and then we've had a pretty tight week this week, so Wright doesn't get paid for another 2 days, and I'm like, him having a snack with his buddies at afternoon break is more important than me having my peanut butter M&M addiction. So I'm letting
So-
him have a snack, and I'm waiting until he gets paid. We got food in the house, and
So-
I'm here all day, so it's not like I'm not going to starve. It's
Yeah.
not like I'm going to starve to death for sure.
So it's his turn right now, and you'll get your turn.
I'll get my clear, and when he gets paid, he better buy me a big old bag of them.
Yeah, Liz, I know Kimmy and Darlene have heard this, but like I said before, my story is without being an executive chef and literally dying on the table and
Wow.
seeing life around me from a different perspective, and then God saying, "Listen, you're not done. You need to get back, be with your family, and
Wow.
you have a meaning in life to do something." And literally, it brought me to pretty much this whole panel and YouTube, and it's made a big change in my life.
Awesome. Well, Derek, I have to say thank you for telling me about these wonderful people and sharing this part of your life with me. I can see that these people are very special, and I'm happy to be a guest panel person today. And
You're only a guest this time.
and
Then from
blabbering.
now on, your family.
Oh, well, thank you. So you're just going to have to listen to me blabber, and at the end of it, you're going to pick your ear up and glue it back on, right?
That's okay, Liz. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Derek. Yeah, I think we all have struggles from time to time. I kind of look at it like everyone has trials and tribulations. I happen to have my set. You happen to have your set. But God is carrying us through these times. And, of course, our faith is being tested and strengthened through these things. And having the mutual edification of good friends, good Christian friends, to help bring us out of that is his tool to say, I love you, I care about you, not just everybody else, but you too. And you are special to me, and I want you to have hope and happiness in your heart. Doesn't mean it's material happiness. I want you to be happy with who you are, and where I put you.
And see, Casey told me, he said, Mom, you need to start on your channel. I said, doing what, son? All I got to give is I talk. He said, but exactly, Mom. Just go on there and just start talking to people. And I said, I don't know how to do that. And it blossomed into this.
It's awesome. Thank you guys for welcoming me into your circle.
Just so everybody knows, how I met Liz, of course, is how everybody pretty much met me, was on Lonnie's channel. Liz bought a Hot Wheel, and she's like, dude, you got to help me with this, please.
Yeah, it's like, I got this thing, I kind of won this bid, and I liked it, but I didn't necessarily want to win the bid. It started off too low. That's all there was to it. I thought, no, that's not fair to Lonnie, and that truck is worth a lot more than that. I know it. So anyway, I bumped myself into the winning spot, but I enjoyed it, and I like it. There's nothing, I'm just thinking, well, it's got a kind of wasting right here, so I need to share it with somebody else. And so I had gotten in touch with Derek. He had done a phenomenal job on several channels talking about his favorite thing, cars, Hot Wheels cars and small cars. And he's so knowledgeable. Anyway, I thought, well, if anybody knows what I need to do with this thing, it's him. So anyway, but I'm sorry, I'm babbling.
Oh, you're fine. You're fine. Don't ever worry about that.
Yeah.
I have to say that I used to be shy. My husband doesn't believe that, but but I used to be shy. But I don't know. I guess over time we grow out of those things, I guess.
90% of us here in this chat and on the panel, we were all like that when we were kids, right?
Yeah.
Who agrees?
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, usually I don't know. My mom never met a stranger, and I guess and my dad either. I guess I kind of got that from them. But anyway, so what's everybody working on? I saw Derek, he's doing some graphite. Are you going to be using color pencils or markers to fill that? Color pencils. What's your favorite? You like Prismacolor or?
Yeah, Prismacolor is my favorite. Yeah.
Yeah. Do you do any blending methods?
Yeah, I have my blended pencil right here.
Yeah. Do you use an alcohol blender at all? Alcohol based blender?
I use this, and I use tissue paper, and I use Q-tip, and I use my Q-tip.
Yeah, that works.
Yeah.
If you use an alcohol blender, it will turn that Prismacolor markings into what looks like water, what looks like a marker.
Right.
And if you blended two colors next to each other, it will blend it like you painted it with a paintbrush that way.
Yeah, I have I did a lion's head. And
Awesome.
I did it, and I did that on one of my lives, and people are like, "Well, how much for this?" I says, "I can't. This is something I did for my kids, you know."
Yeah.
And it took me 4 days to do it, but I mean, literally, you could feel every brush stroke of the pencil just for the fur. So,
awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like color pencil. I have done some of that back when I was doing more detail art.
Yeah.
But I prefer my medium of choice is acrylic. I used to enjoy oil and had to have oil. I just had oil, but it's got to be oil. It's got to be oil. But I reached the point where I was, I guess, lazy or frustrated or whatever. The cleanup with oil is a bear.
What did I say?
You're using acrylic right now, aren't you, Casey?
Huh?
Casey, you're using acrylic right now, right?
Yeah.
And then you add oil on top of it, so you're doing more like a mixed media.
No, it's acrylics on acrylics.
Okay.
But I did a base coat and had one idea in mind, and now I'm just doing something else, and it kind of just turned out to be the bowels of hell. So
that's like a swamp to me. That's a swamp. That looks like a swamp. Trees in a swamp.
It's very scary looking. I'm throwing some yellow.
Good deal.
But yeah, there's somebody, Casey, that talked about oil. I told him it just takes forever to get that stuff clean. And And
Mama said that she found that baby oil is a good blender for colored pencils.
Ooh,
Yeah. It turns it into an oil base. Yeah, that would work.
I don't mean to interrupt, but I have a live that I was asked to be on. So if you guys are still on after I'm done, then I'll come back. But I need to head out.
How's your adult coloring book going?
Good.
Awesome.
Like I said, if you guys come back, or I mean, if I'm done, I'll come back. So,
Kimmy,
what
I
are you
love
using
you
to color
so
with?
much.
Oh, wait. Before you go, Kimmy, you've got to sing a song.
what do you want me to sing?
The Little Mermaid song.
You light up my life.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Okay, let's see. When I am down and so
weary.
When troubles come and my heart burning.
Oh, beautiful voice.
Oh my gosh, I drew a blank on the rest.
I am strong.
Yeah. Oh wow, I can't believe I just blanked on that.
And I am
You have a beautiful voice, Kimmy.
Oh, thank you. I will sing more the next time if I come back when you guys are still live. So thank you everybody for.
I love you so much.
Yeah.
It was nice to meet you, Kimmy. Nice to meet you.
Of course, my good vibe. I love you so much. And my beautiful soul, Casey and Derek. And then it was such a pleasure, Liz, to virtually meet you, ma'am. And I'm sure we'll be seeing you again.
Well,
Toodles to everybody in the chat.
I've subscribed to your channel, and I've watched a couple things, but I haven't been able to watch as much as I'd like.
Hey,
but I love it. I love it.
Oh, thank you. All right. I love you all. I will
Bye,
catch you
Kimmy.
Love you, Kimmy.
Love you.
God bless your day.
I love you all. Love you so much, Derek.
God bless your day.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I'm not related to the competition. I just have to go. Sorry. I was
You are
monopolizing the
fine.
conversation here.
No, you're fine, Lizanne. You're fine.
Poor Kimmy couldn't get a word in edgewise. Or anybody else for that matter. Oh, I like what you're doing. Work in progress, work in progress. Oh, cute little dog. So Casey is your son?
Yeah, Casey's my son.
Oh, cool. So you got your mom, your son, and you all involved. That's really cool.
Mhm.
Yeah. We
Her
all-
husband, they all live together. Her and her husband and
Well, that's
Casey
good.
and Mama all live
Okay.
in the same house.
That's awesome.
My
Yeah.
mom does
That's what she said, my mom.
dream catchers.
Mama does what?
Mama makes dream catchers.
Ooh, cool.
Yeah.
I know. I really
Keep
want to
working
see
on it.
some of Mama's work. She needs to stop hiding behind that still picture on there and show us some of her work.
Oh, you didn't see any of the stuff that they did on the MSP auction when Mama did a couple of the dream catchers?
No, you know what? Honestly, I always feel a little bit awkward being on not that how do I put this? Dwayne does not make me feel awkward, but stalking in such a big deal auction that they have, you know, that usually raises a ton of money for people and is a great thing for people's income for the moment. But I just don't feel like if I'm not bidding on anything, I just don't feel like I necessarily have a place
Yes, you
to
do.
stalk in the shadow.
No, yes, you do. Go in the chat and you keep the chat going and you just give your support being there, Tracy, because believe me, I don't have money to go in there and bid.
That's it, yeah.
I just show the love. You go in there, you meet different people. That's how I met a lot of the people was from MSP auction.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
I think the first time I saw Derek was on a hangout after Casey's auction, and Adam was in there, and Dwayne, and I think
Destiny.
a bunch of them was in there chatting, and that's that's what you do. It's not it's not like stalking. It's showing support.
It's
Right.
okay if I do that then? Because
Oh,
I'm just always worried because it just is, it's like this is, I don't want to say that this is not an important thing because it is, but we have, you know, the Bible study times and I just always felt like the MSP auctions were like all business. I didn't have any business being in there if I wasn't participating in some way by bidding on product or
Sometimes,
No.
Yeah.
sometimes just going in there to Tracy and learning what is selling,
Yeah.
learn
Yeah.
what people like. That's what I do. Sometimes I love Dwayne, I love Heather, but some of the times the people that they have on the chat, though, in doing the auctions, I'm not into, but I'll go show my respects like I did with Casey last night. I had my own auction, but I went into theirs first, showed that I was there. I'm there supporting you, and then I had to go do my own. At least you make an effort that
Right.
they respect you and they understand that you have other stuff going on too, but you're there for them. You know,
Cool.
and just learn.
That
Tracy.
makes me feel better because I mean I knew that you didn't care, and I've seen Rebecca in a few auctions and a few different lives, so I didn't feel like you and Rebecca would care, and by just being there for support and knowing what Rebecca was doing her part of the auction for,
Right.
and that person I know
Yep.
through here that I just was, I was trying to just say, Derek, I support you. You're my friend, and I just want to be here to support you.
Right.
But what if I don't know any of the people that are doing the auction other than Dwayne and Heather?
It don't matter.
You learn, you finally get to see who that person is. If it's
Okay.
somebody you like, that's fine. If not, you just move on. But at
I
least
just watch and go on. Okay.
All right, so give the thumbs up.
Well, yeah, I always do that.
And then Eva said that's the way she feels. See? That's how she feels too.
Yeah.
We have become such everything about money. You have to get back to the part of that you have something in here to give.
Mhm.
Because that's all I have to give right now. till the government decides what they're going to do with me.
Mama, you're right. Mama said that she loves to go into just Sandy's channel and watch her make the jewelry for the auctions.
She does.
And I do. I've watched just Sandy making jewelry, and it's just mesmerizing to me.
Mama goes in and helps her with the chat so she can make the jewelry, and Mama tells her what's going on in the chat. That's a big thing. To
have
somebody,
especially like that. Like I have Destiny, I have Adam, I have Pat. I have people that when I'm doing my chats, that they're there supporting me and helping me if I'm having problems. They'll get rid of some of the trolls. But
right.
Things where that's when you know you have support and you have love. And I mean, Dwayne's in here right now. Dwayne, right? Explain it to Tracy. Just come in and just show the support and just have fun. Jennifer said the same thing.
I've got a lot of love to give. I just don't have a lot of money to give. That's all.
Well,
love counts.
Love is more important.
Yes.
Giving of yourself, because I have been air slapped by Derek when I'd say, I don't know why people come on my channel. I'm not doing anything. There's nothing for me to give, and I get an air slap.
You gave
Quit saying that. You have a lot to offer. Quit saying that. So,
you practically gave me life like you gave Casey life, except that you didn't birth me. We're the same darn age, and you just kept me on this earth by being my friend and listening to me.
There you go.
then that's what better gift could God have given me that somebody can say that about me, Tracy.
Yeah.
See, you gave me life, but I am the gift.
You are.
You're a gift to everybody, Casey. That's why
You are. Casey, I loved you right from the beginning. The first time I heard you talking, I was like, I just love listening to you talk.
You guys, let me tell you, something weird happened. All right. I had a fingernail polish on the lid. It started out blue.
I like that color.
And so then I was like, I did some more fingernail polish in pink and then pink glitter. And then I put the glass thing. The most amazing thing, I don't know if you'll be able to see it. The mermaid shows up.
Oh my goodness.
How in the world it would be like, it's a mistake. But see, is that
That's amazing?
I see
That is so cool.
Oh yeah.
That she come through anyway, and I'm like, oh wow, that is pretty dang cool, and I didn't even mean for that to happen.
I know somebody who wants to be a mermaid. That would be perfect.
Hey, Miss Pixie, we're talking about mermaids.
Who likes mermaids? Destiny?
Yes.
Well, see, Destiny, this already got somebody's name on it. They don't know who it is, but it's already got somebody's name on it.
Casey Crawley, when Mama tells you that she loves you, you say you love you too.
Huh?
When your mama says that she says I love you to you, you say I love me too.
I do. Or sometimes I'll say, I know.
That cracks me up.
That's a kid thing, because I say love you guys, and they're like, yep, love me, love myself, yep. It's a kid thing.
My
Is that
children,
like
you know,
my
I raised
illusion?
two completely different children.
Yeah.
I don't in the same household. I don't know quite how that happened, but my oldest is he likes to be hugged and he likes for me to tell him every time I talk to him that I love him, and he needs to hear that.
Yeah.
My youngest is not a touchy-feely person. And even though I am, and everybody on my dad's side of the family is, which means there's a lot of people around that boy every day that's like that all the time, that I have to, even his own mom, I have to say, I'm going to hug you now before I go in to hug him because I don't know, I might get punched. And I'm not kidding. It's not that he would mean it, but it's just he doesn't like anybody in his bubble.
That's Casey.
But now that I see him and I see him with his own son, and that little 6-year-old can go within his bubble anytime he wants. He crawls all over his dad all the time. He's climbing on his dad. And I hear my son, who his whole life I've said he's 20, he'll be 27 in a minute. He's going to be 27 years old, and his whole life, every day I tell that child that I love him, and he never, I'm not kidding, less than 10 times in his life has he said back to me, I love you, Mom.
My brother
But
was like that.
when he says
But
it,
I
he
knew
really
he loved
means
me,
it.
my oldest brother.
Yeah. When he says it, he really means it.
Yeah.
But I hear him when he's with his son, and I hear him saying, I just love you so much. And it just, all of those times I wished he could tell me back that he loved me as a mom. I don't need to hear that anymore because I see what an amazing dad he is.
That's it. That you're seeing it firsthand now.
Yep. It's like he needed that love from me to be able to give it to his son.
It bothered you when you were younger and he was younger and he wasn't doing it, but now you understand that. Listen, even though he didn't do it, he understands. He understands what I'm saying. It's like
he felt the love because now he can give it.
Right. It's exactly saying. Here's one of my favorite songs of all time is "Cats in the Cradle."
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I mean, he didn't say he loved them, but he was there every time in the same way, all the way through the whole song.
Yep. You're a pretty darn good dad too. I see the encouragement you give your kids, and gosh darn, that makes me happy. I like to see guys who, it's too many times in the past, especially when we were growing up and the dads went out to work and the moms stayed home and were housewives, the dads were not as involved with the kids as they are nowadays. And you're just such an involved dad. I can see how much your kids look up to you and how much they're right there if you need something because of your disabilities that are under your control. They're right there to help you do anything you want.
Well, it's funny because we had because my son's getting ready. Even though he's going to be a senior next year, we had to do a brag report for him for the schools, and so he had to hand it in to his guidance counselor, and he wrote some stuff, and we wrote some stuff, and one of the things, because we read it, and my wife read it, she goes, you know what? He goes, I love my dad a lot. He says, I had to step up when dad got sick. And he's there for me, even though he can't do what he used to. It's we just love I love him, and that's where I got my strength from. So,
exactly. See, it was like he saw that you fought, obviously. I mean, you obviously fought for every breath you take today. And your kids saw that. So they saw the strength of your inner being. And even now, if you can't necessarily physically do things, I mean, what's your oldest one's name?
Kyle.
Kyle. He's like, he is such a, it's like he wants to do things that physically that you can't do physically for you, because that's his way of showing you how much you've taught him. And you're right there encouraging and telling him what a great job he's doing and thank you. And all you in the chat can, when you were doing that race, when I watched the replay, everybody in the chat, feel free to give Kyle a thanks for helping me out. That was just like, that's when I knew right then. I was like, this guy is like one of the best dads I've ever met.
I mean, that's why he sat with me that whole time, and he knew we had to get ready to go to this ungodly thing I didn't even want to go to, but he's like,
Didn't
Dad,
matter. Family has to be first.
right? He goes, Dad, let's get this done. We could do it later, but he says you told everybody you were going to do it, and he wants me to get to 1,000 because he likes going with me, because he drives, so he'll take me to the flea market and he'll walk around with me, and we want to do lives like that again. He said he had fun when we used to do that, and a lot of people on my channel like that because they want to see what I'm looking for, so they know.
Right.
And I know Liz is one of them. She'll probably be like, "Yeah, we want to see that again."
Yes,
You have no idea how much I wish I would have met you about 2 years ago when we were moving into the mobile home we live in now. So it's not quite 2 years, a year and a half ago.
Yeah.
Because I worked at a Chevrolet dealership for one.
Oh, yeah.
So I got free tickets to MIS twice a year.
Nice.
And I was a diehard, and still am a diehard Tony Stewart fan. I just love that he was a bad AZZ.
Yeah.
And I had like so many. I had a Johnny Benson signed 124 car.
Cool.
I had a Jimmy Johnson signed car, 124. I have Tony Stewart. I did save a couple. I kept a couple 164s of like Earnhardt and Junior. But I was like, why am I toting these things around? Like I had Tony's Rookie of the Year card in the display box, signature, the whole 9 yards. But I was like, why do I keep toting this stuff around? I don't have any place to display it. And I tried to sell some of it at a garage sale, and nobody wanted to pay what I knew the stuff was worth, because it wasn't, you're just taking a chance on who's walking through at a garage sale.
Right.
And so, you know what I did? I let my grandkids play with them now.
There you go. Yep.
You know what? They're having a lot of fun with them, and they love them because they know Nana loves racing, and they're real race cars, and they're having a ball.
Everybody laughs. Well, why did you come up with your name, NASCAR Man 3345? I was brought up playing hockey and doing a lot of sports. I was named after a hockey player. So, and my dad was asking me when we had Kyle, what are you coming up? Do you have names that you have an idea of? And I was always, me and my dad were always Richard Petty fans to the end. My dad used to go to Daytona. We've seen some races. He has a Pete Hamilton autographed postcard. And he goes, I said, Dad, I says, in respect to my wife's father who passed away, my kids never got to meet their grandfather, their other grandfather.
Right.
I named Kyle after Kyle Petty, and his middle name is Richard, so it works as Kyle Richard
After
Petty.
Richard Petty?
Yeah, and with my father-in-law's name as Richard also, so it worked perfect. So when we had Adam, it was 2 years after Kyle lost his son Adam up in New Hampshire at the races.
Oh yeah.
and I really respected that kid. That kid was gonna go really far.
Yeah.
He was an amazing kid. I met him twice, and I started buying his die cast and everything. And I said, "Hon, why can't we name Adam Adam?" And she goes, "Yeah, I like the name Adam. That's fine. I know you want to do it after Adam, but I wanted to name him Adam Lee because of
for Lee Petty. Yeah.
Right." And my mom's like, "No, we don't have a Lee in our family." And so we call him Steven after my dad. And I'm like, okay, that's fine. But when he gets confirmed, his middle name is gonna be his confirmation name is gonna be Lee. So
that'll be cool. That'd be cool.
Yeah.
Very
Yeah.
cool.
But that's how big I was into racing. I was working helped out at the track. I worked at a die-cast shop for a little while with a friend of mine that owned one. And
We live really close to the Berlin Raceway, which Johnny Benson had a big hand in.
Yeah.
And he always brought in big names to race there. The weeks of the Michigan races.
Yeah.
And now Johnny Benson, I would get a demo from the dealership I worked with because he was childhood friends with the owner of the dealership I worked for.
Right.
So I knew him personally.
Take that out so you can you don't want to put that on in.
All right, take that back out. Did you get that, Dwayne?
Yeah, you can. I'll give you if you want to connect with Dwayne. He's with me. We'll get him the information because you don't want trolls finding that stuff out.
All right, how do I do that now?
You just go back and you just click on it, and you can when you click it should come out and says delete message.
Come out, remove. Okay, I see.
Yeah.
Yep.
No. There you go. Yeah, you don't want that's the worst thing you want to do right now. The next thing you know, you might have some people. Hi.
Oh yeah, they're not.
So.
But they anyways, so I knew Johnny personally because of my position at the car dealership. He had to come sign the insurance paperwork in my office for his vehicle that he drove because he drove a vehicle from the Berger family.
Right.
And especially when he was in town. And so I had a professional working relationship with Johnny,
That's cool.
And so I always got good tickets for Berlin. I got to wave the green flag at an ASA race, and I had a lot of fun out there at that little track. But Rusty Wallace, the year of his retirement tour, they let him bring his whole trailer at Berlin, all of his souvenir trailer in Berlin to sell all of his stuff.
Oh, cool.
And I was walking with Johnny Benson and I said something to Rusty Wallace, and he turned and gave me a look like, who do you think you are? And then when Tony was still driving and he was a commentator, he would just slam Tony all the time. And I'm like, I knew he was a jerk from the first time I met him.
Well, he drove a Ford too, remember?
Oh, wait a minute. What's wrong with a Ford?
Sorry, Destiny. I know if you're still in it, she's a big Ford girl too. My wife drives a Ford, but I'm a Mopar guy. I'm a Dodge guy. So.
Oh. Well, I admire those from afar. I like them, but I just don't have one.
Yeah, you're looking at my taillights going.
Yeah, with that Hemi, huh? I like my fix and repair daily. Thank you.
You guys, I think, it's up to Casey, but I think I just got a thing from showing that the family was at the hospital, if I can go ahead and leave, and so I could pay respects at the hospital to the family. I mean, is that okay, Casey? Can you take me?
Yeah, mine needs to dry anyway.
Okay. And I hope to cut it short. I just,
Right.
and
Well,
I need prayer, you know, because this is.
Let's say a quick prayer and then you guys go on your way. Oh,
Well,
that is so cool, Derek.
Yeah,
I
awesome,
like it.
Derek. Awesome.
Casey, will you say a prayer for us
Yeah.
and prayer for the family?
Yeah. Dear God, I thank you for bringing us together today to be able to fellowship with each other and share concerns and hurts that we've gone through and things that we are still healing from. Lord, I ask that as we go about our day and as we go our separate ways, Lord, we remember that we do have people who are here for us and that all we have to do is just reach out to them. But Lord, that you remind us that first and foremost, we need to reach out to you first and to seek counsel with you and always seek your guidance,
Yes, Lord.
because you've never
Yes,
led
Lord.
us astray. Lord, I pray that you keep us safe in our comings and goings, and Lord, keep us safe as Mom and I go to Opelika to visit an old friend who
Yes, Lord.
will most definitely be in your care before too long. Lord, I pray that you help her family to get out what they need to get out. Lord, that they grieve for the loss of her. But Lord, they remember that they will see her again one day up there with you.
Yes,
Lord,
Lord.
I ask that you help us to heal the hurt in our hearts and in our minds, Lord, and help us to just continue to lift each other up and be there for each other when we are weak, like you are there for us when we are weak as well. So Lord, when you've gotten us over that hump that has been holding us back, Lord, and we feel strong again, that you help us to carry the burdens of each other. Lord, we give you all the honor, glory, and praise for all that you've done and all that you do. In
Yes.
Jesus' name, amen.
Amen.
Amen. Thank you,
Um,
Casey.
Thank you guys, and I
Be
love you
safe.
guys.
Be
And
safe.
I will be on in the morning tomorrow for Porch Church. It will be women's the women of the Bible.
Oh, cool.
I'll be bringing some of that, but I'll look over it tonight. But I love you guys.
I love you too. I love all of you.
Love you guys.
Awesome to be with you guys, and y'all be careful on your journey. A lot of crazy people out there.
Remember, Lizanne, these guys are pretty much you're a visitor once. Next time, your family.
Well, thank you very much.
Lizanne's talking about there's a lot of crazy people out there. We are the crazy people.
Yeah, that's true. We are.
Okay, y'all know me already. This is bad.
All right, guys.
All right,
Love
see you
you
guys
guys.
tomorrow.
God's
Talk to you
blessings
soon.
to everybody. Have a blessed day.
Bye.
Bye-bye.